Buongiorno a tutti, grazie per essere qui. Visto la partecipazione della mia collega Homeyra, che parla solo inglese, di alcuni partecipanti stranieri, manterremo l'inglese per tutto l'incontro. So, welcome everybody and thanks for being here. First of all, let me introduce myself and my colleague Homeyra. My name is Massimiliano. I am the co-founder of Nextint Lab and the product manager of BStreams. Homeyra is our geospatial analyst and she leads you through the rest of the meeting. So, for any question, please refer to the chat. And if you haven't already, sign up for free. Okay. During the webinar, we will go through all of these topics. Briefly, I'll start introducing what BStream is and how to visualize some simple data. Then Omi will present to you the goal of the DevLab project and some of its main features. Okay, without any further ado, let's start saying what BStream is. So, BStream is a complete tool for all the users of an organization with three main purposes. The first one is give the user a tool to collaborate together and to visually analyze data. That's what me and Homi will do today, and you can find a lot of good data visualization examples on our website. The second point is share information inside and outside of the organization with unlimited shareholder. You are free to send the link of the BStream to your user without any limitation and without any additional cost. The last point is publish the BStream on a web page as an iframe. Just to show you an example, let's see the website of Torre Guaceto. It's a natural reserve in the south of Italy, in Puglia, which show the number of fishing permits. Okay, so now let's start, let's moving on and create a first BStream. So let me share the screen. Okay, so let's start creating a new BStream. For doing that, we need data. We can upload data from external files, or we can import some useful data set from the Data Hub. The Data Hub is a special repository where data can be shared publicly or privately. Today, we will use the Data Hub for importing data about electricity production by different countries. And if you already had an account, you could get the same data set and try to replicate the work afterwards. Okay, so clicking on the Data Hub, you can see the original data set. I could save and edit, but as I already imported the data set, I just close it and go directly inside the data set. Here you can see that we can add, we can enrich our data set, adding a new column, for example. We can use a lot of function and we can create complex expression for new fields. We can add metrics. Metrics are aggregation function that can result in some calculation. For example, I create a summarization for the total terawatt per hours of coal, of gas, nuclear, and so on. And moreover, you also let BStream calculate latitude and longitude starting from some geocoding field. In this case, we already have the latitude and longitude already fulfilled in our data sets. So after doing that, we can go through the other panel and create a new BStream project. In this case, I want to create a chart just to compare the trend between fossil and green fuels. I can drag and drop a line chart on my canvas. I can search and select my initial data set. And for the chart, I will add the year as a metric and a bunch of metrics, for example, coal, gas, solar, and wind. I click apply to see the result, and here it is the result. Probably the line chart is not the best choice to highlight the differences between proportion. So let me switch the chart style, and for example, I can select staked area. In this way, we can see that coal and gas, the fossil fuels, are the most extensive ones. Okay, after applying the initial settings, I can enrich the visualization going through a lot of properties into the style panel. So, for example, I can remove axis on the X side. I can hide the label here, and I can do the same stuff with the Y axis. I can delete, hide the axis, and probably I can, it's better modifying the label for the Y axis. Terawatt per hours. Okay. I can go through, I can move on to other panel. For example, for the data panel, I can show data, I can show values on data points. In this case, I prefer modifying the settings for the first and the last values. Then I can go through the layout settings. Here, I can modify the colors, starting, for example, from a palette, or changing the color directly to the dimension, to the matrix itself. So, for example, for the coal and gas, I can choose a very gray color, very dark color. Okay, this way. Okay. I could also add an header, a footer. Probably a grid is a good option. I can add an horizontal grid to align the value on the y-axis to the data point of my visualization. Probably I can do a dotted line. And at the end, I can just activate the legend to help the user understand our data. Okay, that's my visualization. It's just a brief example to show you how it's easy for everyone using BStream. And now, before leaving the stage to my colleague, let me invite her as a collaborator of mine. I go under Share, and I connect Omi to my BStream. sending her the link of my project. So let me open the chat and I'll send her the invitation. Okay, it's your turn.
Okay, thank you, Matt. I want to continue the presentation to talk about what is actually the DevLab. So as the name of the DevLab suggests its feature, DevLab is actually a place, better say a laboratory for developing new charting options and new ideas regarding the data visualization. Currently, there are 3 charting options, including in the DevLab, which are parallel set, radial stack, and the voice map. As I mentioned earlier, DevLab is a place for experiencing and developing new charting options and new ideas. And all of the charts available in the DevLab and all of the ideas behind of it are coming from you, the data visualization community, and our customers. So we are highly encouraging you to contact us and share your ideas with us. If I want to talk about what was the reason that we developed the DevLab, definitely one of the main reasons that I can mention right now was to fostering the engagement between us as the BStreams platform and the data visualization community. Because we reached to the fact that best ideas are most of the time coming from the customers and also the data visualization community. And in order to achieve this goal, we developed the DevLab. Also, we embedded a voting system inside of the DevLab, which actually allow us and enable us to measure the demand for different charts. And consequently, the charts with the highest vote and the highest priority will be moved from the DevLab to the main charting area of the BStreams. Another thing that I would like to mention right now is that not all of the charts inside of the DevLab have access to the standard features which are already developed and exist for the BStreams chart and the BStreams graph. So, and this is actually intentional because, as I said before, a DevLab actually is a place for experimenting new ideas, and it's a kind of a laboratory. Okay, let's get our hands dirty, and I will actually show you in a practical way how the DevLab works and how you can visualize your data with the help of the charts inside of the DevLab. I will work on the same project that Max already shared it with me, and I will create some visualization with the help of the DevLab charts. Okay. I want to switch my screen, and as you can see here, I have already the projects that Max shared with me. And as you can see here, I'm a contributor. So this literally indicating the fact that like I am a contributor to this project and I am a collaborator. If you go to the left bar menu on the dashboard, in the last and final section, you will find the DevLab. And as we talked about the voting system, you can find the icons with the thumbs up, and you can vote to each chart, which is your favorite, and we will move it after development, obviously, to the main charting area and the graph options of the BStreams DevLab. And if you click on each chart, you will see a brief introduction that how and when you can use that specific chart and what are the data requirements. Okay, let's head to the data visualization, and I will introduce you the first chart from the DevLab actually, which is parallel set. The insight behind of this data visualization actually is showing the many-to-many relationship between the geographical hierarchy, which is already exists in the data set that Max worked on, and a associated the year to that specific data in order to reveal some information about the electricity production with the help of the nuclear sources. So I will just take my chart and drag and drop it to the canvas. Simply, I will choose the same data set that already Max used. And for the dimension, as I said before, I want to show the hierarchical geographical hierarchy. So I will choose continent and entity, which refer as the name of the country. And also, I will choose year field because I want to visualize the data associated to year. And for the metric, I will choose the nuclear source. And I will hit the apply button. So as you can see here, the data are not fully visible because the data set that we are working on right now has around 5,300 rows of the data. And it's a huge amount of the data, and visualizing this amount of the data without any filter, it's not an easy task. So I want to introduce you one of the important features which is available on the BStreams dashboard, which is set filter. With the set filter, you can control your visualization, you can query and filter your data on your visualization. And based on your selected field, the platform gives you some conditions and methods to filter your data. So the first filter that I want to choose is based on the entity, because I want to visualize some specific countries, and I want to filter based on the country. So for the method, I will select the select values. And for example, I want to, as I said before, I want to visualize some specific countries. So because I want to show the data related to each continent, so I would choose some specific countries from, for example, 3 or 4 continents. From Europe, I will choose France, United Kingdom, Germany, and let's say Switzerland. From the North America, we will choose Canada and obviously United States. And from the Asia, we will choose India, China, and Hong Kong. Okay, I will add this filter. So I want to also visualize a specific year on my visualization of the parallel set. Since you saw in the data, in the stacked area chart that Max already created, we have the variation of the data from the 1985 till 2021. So this is a huge amount of the data for each country. So I will add another filter for the year. I will select the year, and again, I will select the method select values. And I will choose, for example, the year 2020 and the year 2021. And by adding filter, voila, you have your parallel set chart. And you can see by tracing each line the contribution of the nuclear electricity production from different continents to different countries to different years. Another important feature that I would like to introduce right now is the Show User Filter button. Show User Filter button helping you to actually control the amount of the fields and the level of the accessibility of the end user through the filters about the specific, regarding a specific chart. So for this parallel set chart, I don't want that, like the end user have to access to all of the fields. So I want to allow that my end user that see this visualization would be able to query and filter just 3 fields, continent, entity, and the year. I will show you the results by the end of the visualization. The second chart that I would like to introduce you from the DevLab is the radial bar stacked. The insight behind of this data visualization, or basically chart creation for this scenario case, is to make a comparison between the contribution of each continent in the production of the electricity from the green and renewable sources. So basically, a radio bar is a stacked bar chart, which shows all of the bars in a circle way. And okay, let's get to it. I will drag and drop my chart into my canvas, and I will select the same data set. Okay, for the dimension, as I said, the purpose is to make comparison between continents. So definitely I will choose continent. And for the metric, as I said, I want to visualize the green energy and renewable energy. So I will just choose the green energy and the renewable energy. For example, solar, wind, and bioenergy. Okay, I will hit apply. And voila, you have your chart. And as you can see, for example, Europe and Asia has the highest contribution of producing electricity from the renewable sources. You can also, again, do the same filter accessibility for your end user. And for my case, I will just want to allow the end user to be able to filter continent and all the three metrics. Okay. One of the very important and better say same time features on the BStream is the clipboard. Actually, clipboard allowing you to storing your chart and graph inside a safe area, and then you can use it within other projects and other data visualization. So basically, you can hover your mouse over your chart, and with this icon, you are able to save your charts into your clipboard. As you can see here, I already created a KPI which visualized the contribution of the wind and the solar sources for the electricity in all around the world in the year 2021. And another thing is that BStreams is allowing you to playing around with the height and with the width of your chart. And this enables you to reaching to an optimal spacing between your visualization. Okay, the last chart that I want to introduce from the DevLab is actually was my project. And this chart is called Voice Map, which was a contribution between the BStreams, Politecnico di Milano, and Federal University of Parana. The insight and the showcase of the voice map for this scenario is that we wanna visualize a map of the world that shows the amount of the electricity that has been produced by the hydropower sources. So let's go. I will take my chart, drag and drop it to the canvas, and if it's allowing me, okay. I will choose the same data set as before. So remember, I said we need a word map. We want to create a word map, so we need a base map. So from the data requirements for the chart, I will choose the base map, or better say the map of the word. And I need to match all of the requirements of the data, which are the latitude and the longitude from my data set. And as I said, I want to visualize the amount of the hydropower electricity production in all around the world. So I will select hydro. And another important thing is that one of the good features which allowing you and also your end user to visualize more information while they are using maps, or better say voice maps, this feature is this feature which is called show pop-up. So better say show pop-up enabling you to visualize a kind of a metadata of your normal visualization that you are having in your chart. So for my case, I want to select the entity because I want to see what are the name of the countries, and I want to see as the metric, what is the amount of the hydropower electricity production on that specific country. And I will hit apply. Okay, here we go. We have our voice map.
One of the commands to talk with your map and having communication and starting your communication with your voice map is the help command. So we will try together and see how does it work. Help. And as you can see, the voice map will give me back some feedbacks regarding the help command, as I said. And if you want to go through and you can say all of these help commands, for example, help base map, help movement, and the voice map will show you other further commands that you would be able to talk and communicate with your map. But as the sake of saving time, here I will just show you some special and specific commands which are important and are worth of visualization. Okay, let's go. Hide marker. Change map. Filter greater than 10,000. Filter remove China. Filter add China. Filter add Australia. Filter add India. Reset filter. Change color palette. Change color palette. Change map. Change map. Remove region. Show markers. Show me Germany. Zoom to Tokyo. Find Mexico City. Show me Italy. Open pop-up. Open pop-up. Next pop-up. Change marker. Change marker. Change color of the marker to red. Change color of the marker to blue. Zoom out. Left. North. Okay, so I visualized some of the very few commands that you would be able to talk with your voice map, and now I want to visualize the final result of our data visualization that we did together with the contribution of Max and me. And if you hit the view button, you would be able to visualize your final data visualization. And as you can see, all of the charts are interactive. And for example, this was the filter button that I already explained. And in order to be able, all of your end user would be able to interact and filter and query more data, you can implement this type of a customization of your data visualization. Okay, let's head back to the to our presentation. And okay. So as I said before, DevLab actually is developed for you, the data visualization community, and our customers. So we are highly encouraging you, and we are asking you that if you have any ideas, or if you want to share a specific graph that you're thinking that is useful and necessary for other people, you can contact us via email or with our websites. Okay, if you have any kind of questions, we would be very happy to answer to your questions. Please just put your questions on the chat. Okay, I guess everything was crystal clear for everyone. So I would like to say thank you for your participation, and I would wish you a very lovely evening. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you, goodbye.